Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to West Beach, Diamond 1 for the strikeout breast cancer round here at Diamond Sports Park. It is the breast cancer awareness round, and as you look out on the diamond, you can see everyone's in pink. Fortunately, there's no cameras on you and I today, but you're looking very sartorial today. Debbie Hurst throwing out the first pitch, as she has for many years in this competition. And of course, Debbie throws absolute bullets, of course, over all the time. So it's looking really good. But this has been the traditional game of the breast cancer round in now 10 years, I believe, Lee.
Yeah, it is, Jim, and nice to have you on board and welcome. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy the game because these are two teams that are going really well. None more so than Glenelg, I think. To me, they've been probably the most consistent side.
Well, they're sitting in fourth, are they not, at the moment?
Third at the moment.
Third at the moment.
And with Sturt losing, they went down to fourth, and then that's elevated them. Glenelg. Last time they've only met each other once this season, and that was in game number 14 earlier on in the season, and Walkerville got over the line 2-1. Tells you something.
It does indeed.
Yeah.
Zoe Conley's not a bad pitcher.
No, and they have 3 imports in total there. I'll just go around the field if you don't mind, Jim.
Go right ahead.
So we'll go with they've got different numbers on today, so the people in the stand, just bear with us. We know who they are, and I'm sure if it's your daughter, you'll know who she is. So pitching, it's Zoe Connolly to Montana Edwards at first base. It's Nana McGee, otherwise known as Brianna McGee. The girls call her Nana because she seems to think she's the oldest out there. She told me not to say that, but a bit late now. At second base, it's Ivana Molkova, the Czech girl from the Czech Republic. And at third base, Gemma Cochran. And at shortstop, it's another import, Tori Pogue. Tori's in the number 14 Guernsey. And the outside, outfielders from left to right, Regan Lambert, Caitlin Carroll, Megan Wheatley, and they have got some speed out there, some leg speed. Regan Lambert, we can't bypass this. She hit a grand slam home run inside the park on Wednesday evening, so no longer in the shadow of Sister Jordan.
Leading off Walkerville, of course, is Chelsea Robinson, the catcher. Zoe Connolly a little low for the first one, for a ball 1 here at the softball park today. High and outside for the second pitch, ball 2. Couple of warm-ups there.
Yeah, good batter, Chelsea Robinson, and she lead off. That's what you need, somebody.
As you just said, but straight down to Megan Wheatley out there in right field. So a line drive straight to a 9.
And that's what happens when you've got leg speed in the outfield. It looked like it was going to land, but no. Megsy was onto it like a shot.
Now, of course, Hayley Benithan coming up now. Hayley's bat a little bit fluctuating. But when she hits it, boy oh boy.
Yeah, she's in the number 2 position in the batting lineup, so obviously she's there because she can bunt the ball at times, but she can also crack it. She's put one over this season.
Yep. And she didn't have a bad night here on Thursday night in the fully loaded comp either. So.
Okay. The thing is with Hayley, that whole week after she put one over, nobody in the office knew about it. That's the sort of person she is.
No, she's very humble, isn't she?
Yes, that makes 3 of us, Jim.
Big swing and a miss there for Hayley Benithan. Zoe Connolly.
I see the official photographer, Mr. Robert Laidlaw, is here. There's some good write-ups in the Advertiser.
We do appreciate the support he gives us as well.
We
Back to fielding off her own bowling was Zoe Connolly, over to Brianna McGee for the second out of the inning. So that will bring up the veteran herself, Desi Giamarellis.
Yes, and what a good player she's been for so many years, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Year in, year out. Consistency plus.
And she keeps herself in very good condition, really. I mean, that sounds dreadful, I guess, but you know, she's not the youngest one out there.
No, you got out of that pretty well, I thought, Jim, after getting in the huge hole.
Yeah, well, I'm good at that. Big swing from Desi Giamarellis.
Huge dip, wasn't it? Huge dip at that.
If that was going to the dog park. Right in the glove.
That's a really good pitch, Jim, isn't it?
It is. It's absolutely
very
amazing.
hard. All you do with a pitch like that when you're batting is ground out normally. To
So 1 ball, 2 strikes here at this game. Bit high there for ball 2. Bit outside, Desi takes the cut for the K2 there, side away. So it has been the habit, 3 up, 3 down, with young Zoe in the middle.
Made a huge difference, hasn't she,
Yeah.
to the Rebel side?
I'm looking forward to seeing Tori bat. I haven't actually seen her bat at this stage. So
Well, I have, fortunately, and she's power personified. She can really hit it hard and long.
Steve Wallace-Yarrow at the plates and Michael Bindle at first base, Neville Lawrence at third. Don't they look rather sartorial in their pink today?
Sartorial. I'll look that up in the dictionary when I get home, Jim. Sorry, we're under the camera here. We need to turn around. I'll go around the Walkerville defence if you like.
There's a good idea.
Okay, so pitching is Jessie Dreswick to Chelsea Robinson. First base, Sophie Roberts. Second base, Desi Giamarellis. At third base, as the scorer puts her arm around me, that'll cost you $5.
That is Ash Merkin.
As Ash Merkin. And at shortstop, it's Sophie King. And the outfield, Hayley Benithan, Bianca Ramsey, and Ash George.
Ash has been an interesting introduction into softball. She plays a bit of baseball, I believe.
Well, she looks like a baseballer. I've seen her batting, and it's she's got that baseball batting style, like hitting up. Well, she'll get used to this, and she's got some power. She's got a very strong arm, very athletic type player. Don't you love that when they're in the outfield, Jim?
A little comment there from Leanne Swinstead saying she's so proud that this tradition continues. It is an amazing effort on behalf of the softball ladies to continue this terrific initiative of strikeout breast cancer.
Yeah, and everybody gets into the act, don't they, really? And even ourselves.
And we do.
I see you have a Walkerville top on and a Glenelg Rebels hat, so
definitely
what are
impartial.
What are the pants, Port Adelaide? Just thought I'd ask.
Well, we won't go any further than the top and the hat, right? Okay. Yeah. Lindy giving me a hard time, being hardcore Rebels, of course. Okay, that's 2 balls, 1 strike on Caitlin Carroll.
Enjoying a softball here this year, Caitlin. Playing really well. And on a side like this, if you're batting lead-off, it tells you something.
Yeah, well, indeed. Pulling it away into foul territory there. Caitlin, couple of strikes, couple of balls. Jessie hasn't necessarily had it all her own way this season, has she? I mean, it's often the way when these girls come back for the second year.
Yeah, I think people get used to it. You have a few turns at bat and you get used to the pitching.
K2 there for Caitlin Carroll, and the first one of the game to Jessie Dreswick. Megan Wheatley now coming up to bat. She is the right fielder, of course. Batting in the number 2 spot today. Must have been inside.
Had some pace on it, didn't it?
Certainly was one of her quicker pitches.
Well, we saw Jessie against Sturt on Wednesday evening. She was really good in the early stages, and then Sturt got on her in the last part.
The bunt going back just a bit too far towards Jessie Drezic, who fields it quite nicely. Desi Giamarellis covering first for the 1-2 for put out. 2 away for Glenelg. Tori Pogue, the one I want to have a look at in the batting box right now. This will be an interesting at-bat from my perspective.
Well, I don't think if I'm Jessie, I'm not throwing anything up, because if she gets it up, it's going to still be going.
Yeah, well, it's was the bottom end of the box for her for strike 1 there. Very quick and inside, which is what you would expect from her, to staying away from Tori, I would suggest.
Yes, powerful girl, Tori.
1 ball, 1 strike. Outside for ball 2.
I see outfielder Ash George playing pretty deep there for Tori. If she gets hold of this, it's not going to go in right field direction.
Do you agree with that tonight? You're often one, today, should I say, you're often one who says they feel a bit deep, but against this girl I would have to agree on this stage. Pops one away, foul down the first base line. 2-2, the count on Tori.
Something's about to happen here.
Well, you'd reckon, wouldn't you? It's going to be quick, I reckon. Low, just.
Low. How low can you go?
Yeah, well, got to keep away from you, as I said. She's not going to put one up in.
And I'm not thinking she's going down looking.
Fully loaded, full count, should I say. And so something's definitely going to happen here. Into her foot there, just on the side of it, which was quite fortunate because that would have hurt.
Yes, indeed.
So we remain at full count with the dead ball there. Ball 4 sees Tori aboard.
Great turn at bat, wasn't
it?
it?
The base on balls, yes. Good contest there. Say hi to Jack Sapp, who is barracking for Jessie. He's from New Jersey.
Capital, Trenton, New Jersey, yes. Montana's had a good year.
Strike 1. Right down the slot and pretty fast.
You haven't made a prediction on this game, the result, Jim, are you going to? Or?
I can only be accused of being biased if I go for Walkerville, but
well, you know, you've got to go with your your head.
I really think their batting depth, defensively, that will be the difference between the side, and that's why I will lean to Cats. But I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game, and it's whoever flinches first. So that's where we are at this minute in time.
Well, I think if you want my prediction, I'm picking Glenelg 3-2.
3-2. Would you agree that it's a very low-scoring game? Nice piece there. Just doing what those little hits do. Into centre field, gets her on board, advances, of course, Tori to second base.
Catch a speed up rule. Megan Wheatley comes out to run.
Now batting Brianna McGee. Brianna, of course, the first base for Glenelg. Pulling the first strike away down the third base line. 2 away for Glenelg, but 2 on. So it's one of those situations, do or die now for Jesse, really.
Do you think it might be confusing with all pink out there?
Just a lot.
Bases? Yeah.
Particularly when you're trying to call the game, trust me. Yeah. Yeah, good call from David. Look at the pants. They are radically different. But
when you're in the act of fielding the ball, you haven't got time to be looking at pants.
So, there we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Brianna.
Very experienced umpires here doing this game. Jim?
Indeed. The Blue Ribbon crew. Sophie Roberts coming into the diamond to take that catch. The fly to 3 completes the innings for Glenelg. Hi to Steph Collette, still in the States, in the cold. Missing the beautiful sunshine, I'm sure, here in beautiful downtown West Beach today. It's not a bad day, actually. I mean, the breeze, that little West Beach nip in the air, but it's tolerable, isn't it?
Yes. I'll just go along with you, Jim.
You're going to go with me on that one?
Seeing that you have become a self-appointed weatherman.
Weatherman? Oh, look.
So early, we've only played 1 innings.
You reckon we're going for the jacket later?
Oh, I'm sure we will.
So leading off for Walkerville will be Sophie Roberts. Looking good with the bat, Sophie.
Yeah, strong girl, can hit the ball hard.
Yeah, when you look at her style and she bodies the ball. There's once she finds that rhythm, I think she's a powerful hitter now. But I think she can only get more powerful, to be honest.
Well, batters 4 to 4 to 7 are interesting. 2 Sophies, followed by 2 Ashes.
Well, it's an interesting, because this is almost a second lead-off here, really, isn't it? Because with Sophie King coming up with her wheels.
Yep. Yes, she wouldn't have batted down that low for a few years, I wouldn't have thought. Used to bat 1 or 2.
I wonder if that's Coach Dale's idea of doing this is all into the ankle. Ouch. Strike 1.
Well, the normal assistant coach, Sally Colquist, is not here today, so the great man, David Gourley, is over at first, resplendent in pink.
And that's scary. Big swing there from Sophie Roberts, strike 2.
They weren't my words.
Oh dear, that'll get back.
Well, only when I tell him.
Mark Cramp watching. G'day, Crampy, how are you? Tanya Hood also online. Scotty as well, Andrew Scott, checking out what's going on. Big swing there for Sophie Roberts, 1 away.
His team plays next, West Torrens and Sturt, which should be another ripper.
That should be a very interesting game, and it's going to be interesting to see what Morgan Young does and how young Zali Adams came up after not having the best night. Every pitcher we know has one of those. Strike 1 there for Sophie King. Poor kid, she's got exams. She comes down from Port Pirie. She works. Nice hit out to right field, slipping neatly between first base and second base. Sophie King on board with a safe hit to right field. Brings third base, Ashley Merkin to, Ashley Merkin, is she third or she's actually playing, third.
Third, yeah. Getting back to my point about right fielders playing too deep, there was a classic case then.
Yeah.
Because you cut out the opportunity of a 9 to 3. Sophie King won't go deep over your head, I wouldn't have thought.
Well,
but never mind. This is the hard working Merkin batting now. And not shirking.
Yeah, goodness me.
Oh,
Did not go down.
did not slide.
Did not slide. Goodness me. There you go. 2 away now. Ashley Merkin still in the box. Not often that Sophie King's wheels don't beat out that kind of play.
No.
But great work from Montana Edwards. Six to 3. Side away.
So yeah, she stayed down on that Tory.
Indeed.
Just classic. Classic shortstop.
Anybody think she'd played the game before?
Well, I did.
So we have a 0-0 ball game here at West Beach, and we're back with Ivana Molkova, who will be leading off for Glenelg. Again, as we suggested, a battle of the batteries.
What do you think about the 2 remaining games, Jim? Well, I'll give you my opinion while you're talking with the executive producer, David Muggleton, who we thank very much for his work for our sport, was through Space Quake Sports. The 2 games this afternoon remaining after this one, Jim.
Indeed.
West Torrens and Sturt.
Which should be a great game.
Yeah. Got a selection?
Look, I think West Torrens are looking super powerful at the moment,
Okay.
and I'll go West Torrens.
And the last game is Port Adelaide versus Seacombe.
Johanna is pitching really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
She's really quick, and you've got to go Port. Having said that, Seacombe can come out and scare you pretty well.
So is that what you call an each way bet?
It is an each way bet, but I'm backing the Magpies.
Well, Yo-Yo's had it on the string lately. I tell
Yo-Yo.
you, she's a good pitcher and batter. There's more.
But wait, there's more. Goodness me. Ooh, that was
Ivana didn't like that call, did she?
To me, I probably sitting here. It would have been one I probably left. Big cut there from Ivana for strike 2.
And that's what happens. It doesn't matter how good a batter you are or how good a player you are. You get a call you don't like, you swing at the next pitch.
You're going off at it, aren't you? Yeah.
Or 2.
3 big swings. K2 for Jess Drezic on the first out of this second innings here at West Beach today. Gemma Cochran now batting for Glenelg.
Third base player for them, for the Rebels.
Strike 1 is the call. That first pitch is looking pretty good from Jessie at this stage.
That's how she was on Wednesday night, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Early she was quick and up and at 'em.
High for a ball. One ball, 1 strike. Strong girl, powerful girl. Throws it quick and got good variation. Falling foul down the right field line. Just a long strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If I was calling soccer, that's a falcon right between her legs. Sophie Roberts there, leaving
It was interesting.
Gemma.
She was down low enough. The glove was on the ground, yet it went between the glove and her throwing hand. So
Needed to bend her knees a bit more.
Yeah, I think so.
No flex in being able to handle that little strange bounce there.
Mm-hmm. So threatening here, the Rebels.
Alicia Mead. 1 ball. Big swing.
Took a bit of pace off it.
And she disguises it well.
Yep.
Gotta say. It's not a bad go-to pitch, is it? Comes back with the fastball for a strike.
Same position, wasn't it?
Much faster.
Well, I think she needs to be swinging at this one, Alicia.
I reckon you're right. As you suggested. Strike 3 for the K2.
There's the home run hitter, the Grand Slam hitter from Wednesday night, Regan Lambert.
Again, number 9 batter. Grand Slam hitter. Put it beyond doubt. Outside for ball 1.
It was all last season she played in the number 1 batting position, from my memory. But she's obviously there for a specific reason. She got leg speed.
The hit down to Ash Merkin at third for the 5-3 put out there to end the innings for Glenelg.
Reliable player, Merkin. Reliable third base player.
Indeed, indeed. So that brings us back to Glenelg in the batting lineup. We're looking at Walkerville in the batting lineup. Ashley George coming up to bat. They're all pink.
Oh, you've noticed that. It's only taken 2 innings.
Yeah, well, we'll finally catch up. Don't worry about that.
All right. Me too.
David's wonderful suggestion of looking at the pants, well, it just didn't work. I do like Zoe Connolly as a pitcher. I fell in love with her day one and she hasn't let me down yet.
No, she's been great value, hasn't she, for the Rebels? And it all starts in the middle, doesn't it?
And this year has been a battle of the batteries, an absolute battle of the batteries. You know, if you.
Well, here's the baseball girl, Ash George. Now I want you, seeing you're an authority on baseball, to have a look at her swing. It'll be going up.
Straight down the middle from Zoe for strike 1. Nice to take one. It's only her first time at bat today. That's 2 of them, though, and it looked pretty fat to me. And yes, she did for the first out of the innings. Ash George not swinging the bat and pulled out on that one, or thought she did. But
I think I may give her a new nickname,
yeah.
The lift driver, going up.
Ellie Georgiaris in the left-hand box again today.
She's batting DP.
Yeah.
For the Walkerville Cats. Good young player, Ellie.
Bit of a trend amongst our youth at the moment to try and step through the box and bat on the other side. Don't know what you think of it.
When it's successful, I like it. Would you believe?
Yes, I'm with you.
It's a simple game. I thought the idea in order, hit the ball, then run.
Yeah. It's an interesting tactic, and it seems to become a bit of a fad this year in softball. It was like the slaps here, a few years ago. Everyone wanted a slap.
Yes, it's in vogue.
Strike 1 for Bianca Ramsey.
It might be in vogue, but it's not with Tori Pogue, because she goes the big league.
Baseball just coming to the diamond, so that's the reason for the time. It is a little bit of issue when we have baseball on alongside of us here. Mind you, we do put the onward one over there too. Another big cut there. 2 strikes.
The interesting player, Bianca Ramsey, missed last year, but the year before she played in the grand final. I reckon she got a couple of safe hits.
Yeah.
She was very impressive. So she's back now.
So the Cats go down in order again. 3 Ks there to Zoe Conley.
Total of 5 now, Jim.
5 all up, yeah. And so she's having another fine day from the circle today, is Zoe Conley.
So, Jim, tell the people out there in softball land that don't know about your expertise, how many years you did commentary at baseball, out at Norwood, other various places, I assume?
Yes, I have commentated games now since about 2000, I guess, was when I first started commentary. I used to just produce it before that.
Yeah, well, another string to your bow.
I actually... One of the games I will remember, I actually commentated the first game when baseball first came here and made the name change on what was Softball Diamond 1 to Bennett Field, and that was a good night. I enjoyed that.
Well, that's right, and that's full credit to you, Jim. I like to be surrounded by people that
Well, the
know
man
something.
who, sadly, Michael Higgs Jr. passed away, and he was probably the man who should have called it that night, but unfortunately he passed away at a very young age, and so it was doubly emotional, actually, knowing I was sitting in the chair that probably wasn't really mine for the night. Big hit there, quite straight up to the...
Ash Merkin.
Ash Merkin, that's who I was trying to say.
As I said before, the hard working, not lurking, right on top of things, Merkin.
Yeah. Strike 1 on Megan Wheatley. Ball 1. Again, here we are. I mean, this is the absolute battle of the pitches, isn't it?
Yep. And it happens in baseball as well, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. I remember sitting with the great Don Rice, 5 times caps medalist. I said, you know, Don, we're pretty happy looking at a 0-all ball game because we actually understand the battle that's going on out there. And a lot of people need to understand that. You know, a low-scoring softball game is a really good game because offense, defense are going absolutely at it, and that is really what the real game is about. It's not about hitting, you know, it's not about runs necessarily. Well, it's about runs, of course. But unlike the fully loaded, which is more about, you know, it's tip and run in my opinion.
Well, West Torrens and Walkerville have played 2 0-0 games this season, and they've been crackers to be involved with.
Absolute crackers, and so you know, I do appreciate what's going on out here at the moment. You know, the runs for and against have been pretty low all season, and certainly amongst the top 6. That's in for a safe hit to Megan Wheatley. Just that little blooper down the first base line.
That's all you got to do, isn't it?
The undefendable hit. Tori Pogue at the plate.
She gets something up a bit. We could have a score in this game.
She certainly looks as though she's got the power in those shoulders, doesn't she? Strike 1.
Only one down, you'd be loath to bunt her.
Oh, you wouldn't. You couldn't bunt her. Don't know what her wheels are like. Haven't seen her enough to make that comment yet.
Well, you hit the ball. She can run. Or you hit the ball as far as she can. You don't have to do a lot of leg speed.
Yeah, that's right. It's up, it's high, it's wide, it's handsome, it lands foul. 2 strikes is the count as she makes her way back to the batting box.
Can't afford to go down looking, Tory here. Can't go down looking.
I don't think that's in her makeup somehow, looking at the way she approaches the batting box. Bouncing on the plate from Jessie Dressick there for the first ball, so 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the base runner, Megan Wheatley's not going on Chelsea Robinson's arm.
No, you're a brave runner, I think, to take on number 10 for Walkerville.
Yes, a small distance between fearless and reckless.
Ball 2. 2 and 2 the count. The battle is on. Yeah, young Megan's not looking like she's going anywhere, is she?
No.
Fouled back into the net here, just above our head. Foul ball.
Another good turn at bat from Tory, isn't it?
Yes, as I say, this battle continues. This offense-defense battle is definitely on, and you know, good 2-strike hitting, of course. Protect the Bucks.
I am not surprised at all.
The hit went out just above Sophie King's head to left field, which puts, of course, Tory aboard with that safe hit to 7. And advancing Megan.
And it's interesting, as you said, how tight it is, Jim. Now we've had back-to-back hits from the Rebels.
Yeah, yeah.
And Montana got a safe hit at her first turn at bat. Could they go 3 in a row? I don't think so.
Foul ball, strike 1.
Good work by umpire Wallace Yarrow then, just checking the ball, it's hit the pole.
Yeah, no.
Could be out of shape or...
The super talent on the diamond today with the umpiring crew.
Oh, yeah.
The pink crew today. Not the blue crew.
The man at third, the great man Neville Lawrence. Treble Hoff, as I call him.
Treble Hoff.
Hall of Famer Australian softball.
Hall of Fame. The treble Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I know, I've caught up.
Have you? Hall of Famer International Softball Federation and Hall of Famer South Australia.
So that's...
Repeat of the earlier message.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Second out.
And again, the challenge is on.
4th K2 for Jessie and Chelsea. We have the El Supremo working with us today, the official scorer, Ms. Lindy Radigan.
We need to behave then. Wow. Desi Giamarellis there, not quite handling it cleanly, throwing it before she picked it up, but still managed to handle it in time for the 3rd out of the inning.
Well, it's a place where you play in second base position that if you knock the ball to the ground or just fumble it like that, you'll still have time to beat the runner.
Absolutely.
Just don't panic.
So here we are, a 0-0 ball game still here at West Beach today. It's one of those days where he who flinches first.
Oh, okay. Flinches.
Yeah, well.
That's a word. I could add that to the repertoire. I won't be, of course.
Thank you for your vote of confidence, Lee.
You're fine, Jim. Man, with your experience, it's great. It's an honour and a pleasure to work alongside of you. And Lindy.
The feeling is indeed mutual. So, Chelsea Robinson, we're back at the top of the lineup for the Cats, and still the work to do, but a nice place to be in your lineup. When you're in the top of the third.
Top of the fourth even.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Just helping you out, Jim. Been a few hits out that side of the diamond, haven't they, already?
Which tells you something, doesn't it?
Tells you.
When they're going down the right field line all the time, handling that pace is being a little more difficult than you would think.
Yes.
So it you know, both of these pitches are capable of the 100+ pitch, and that's being evidenced, I think, by the amount of right field. Again down the right field, but screwing back foul into no man's land.
Well, I've seen her hit long balls to right field, Chelsea, so...
Yeah, and that's her forte, of course, is that she's capable of the opposite field hit as well.
Yep.
Another one coming over the back here for a foul ball. So 2 strikes is the count.
Sorry, I think one of her big strengths, she tracks the ball to the hitting position.
Well, you and I have had this discussion over recent weeks, is that I think that's one of the things, as I look back at the various slow-mo replays proudly given to us by Statewide Super, is that indeed tracking the ball has become an issue, in my opinion, for some of these young batters. Safe hit there, of course, for Chelsea, standing on first. Puts Harley Benithan in there. What a nice place to be for the Cats right now, with the top of your lineup on base.
She'll bunt for sure.
You reckon?
Yeah.
And low for a ball.
Well, talking about keeping your eye on the ball when you're batting, look at Haley's face guard on the helmet. So there's no excuse really why you wouldn't keep your head still.
No, that's right. So good batting there from Haley for 2 balls.
Zoe and Montana know what's coming, so they're just trying to keep the ball in the air. So Haley obliges by bunting up to Montana in the air.
It's one of the things I enjoyed about Vicky Mack last year out here for Port Adelaide. I watched a lot of the slow-mo replays, the statewide slow-mo replays last year, and you watch her head, eyes, ball, tip of bat, all there.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot because it was so blatantly obvious. That's why she could get off even the fastest pitches.
Yeah. And that ability to track that fastball so well.
Yep.
And just throw the hands at it, essentially. The bunt goes foul. Full count now. Will she bunt her again? That is the question. With Harley Benithan, I'd think not.
Okay. Well, when the coach stands with her arms behind her back, indicates one of 2 things. Signal's still on or nothing's on.
So let's see what happens.
She's itching, Haley. Now she's
attempted the third bunt. The batter is out.
That's the rule. Bunt the 3rd strike foul. See you later. Thanks for calling.
So that's 1 away. Chelsea Robinson still standing there on first base. The batting third, of course, is Desi Giamarella. So, again, still in a strong position with strength of batting the Walkerville Cats. Wow. What did we talk about? The rundown play going on here.
Got her.
And caught stealing in the trap play. Chelsea Robinson out. That's 2 away for the Cats now.
It's probably the best trap play we've seen for a season or 2, I think, Jim.
Well, yeah, what
terrific.
I see, the replay there on the screen for you right now, it's beautifully executed by Glenelg with people changing places on the basis so that, you know, that I saw one the other night and I just went, wow, we really need to look at trap plays.
You've got to join in, must join in. Don't be a spectator. Well, that's cleared the situation for the Rebels.
That's changed it dramatically.
The leadoff gets on, and now sitting down. And that would have been handy, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't have been very handy, wouldn't it?
The what ifs?
The what ifs of this great game of ours.
That's right.
We're all good at the what ifs. You and I can talk about what ifs all day. Sound like absolute experts.
You may.
It's high and lost in the sun there by Ivana Molkova. So she went to defensive mode there. There again is a replay, and what a beautiful rundown that was. It was perfectly executed, absolutely perfectly executed.
Yep.
We thank Statewide Super for those beautiful slow-mo replays, just showing people what the game is all about. Sophie Roberts, a little hit down to third base there. Gemma Cochrane with the throw to first for the final out of the innings.
They'll get a lot out of that, the Rebels. They will, for sure. To run down somebody like Chelsea Robinson, who's no mug between bases, as we saw. So that's good. I might just go through the ladder at the moment, Jim.
Okay.
On top, it's West Torrens, 16 points. Walkerville, 14 points. Glenelg in third spot, 13. Sturt, 12 in fourth spot. Port Adelaide, 8 points in fifth spot. Sixth spot on 4 points, Hills. And bringing up the rear at the moment, Seacombe on 1 point. That was a draw, of course.
So even if Sturt lose today, they can't get their position won't change on that. If my calculation is correct, is that right?
That's right. They'll remain in fourth spot. Glenelg, Walkerville, they can change.
Yes.
Well, Walkerville won't. They'll go equal with West Torrens.
Yeah, that's right.
More runs against than thing.
And that's where the score is. This is where the difference is in that top group of clubs at the moment, is that that runs for and against is very important this year.
And they've all got great pitches, haven't they?
Ivana Molkova at the plate. Strike one.
I've seen Ivana get a nice triple in one game. We did the commentary on Jim.
Yep.
James. James is over, for those people wondering where the great man is, James. He's over playing skins softball in Canberra. So they get money.
It pays the bills.
You take care.
Outside for ball two. A big swing from Ivana there. 2-2 the count. So now it's the battle is on again. Got to protect. Outside, full count.
The Czech trying to cash in here, Jim, while she's batting. The lady from the Czech Republic.
Chelsea calling time there for a bit of a chat.
37 and a half minutes remaining in this game before we start a new innings. So,
yes, we'll just explain the clock after this pitch. Big swing for the K2 there from Ivana, which will bring Gemma Cochran to the plate. The third base for the Glenelg Rebels. Yeah, the clock counts down because we can't start a new innings after 85 minutes. So we start at 85, count it down, just so you know that where we are. Of course, the little arrow gives you whether we're in the top or bottom of an inning. So we must finish on the even innings, assuming the scores are still achievable or that the team batting second is not in front. But so there we are. That's what it's all about, the countdown timer. Inside, ball one, Gemma Cochran, or ball two, should I say, I'm sorry. Too busy talking about clocks, I am. Did you know I was a clockmaker?
I think your time is up.
Well, that must have been a little bit high, maybe on the outside, but gee whiz.
Apart from that, it was perfect.
Well, the way Jessie almost worked to second there, I'm not sure she agreed with the call.
Unusual for pitchers, not agreeing with the call.
Two and two.
I thought she did. No.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Michael Bendel, he's got the answer.
Yeah, good, very good umpire, Michael Bendel, known affectionately as the Flex.
The Flex. Ball four. Gemma Cochran gets on board on the base on balls. Alicia Mead, the DP for Glenelg, steps up to the plate.
Well, if she doesn't bunt here, I'm shouting drinks all round.
Yeah, being the man of the bar that you are. I didn't know you were a lawyer.
No, I know. That's fine, Your Honour. Well, it wasn't.
Nice little
No,
slap.
Slap, yeah. Same horse, different jockey.
Having said that, I don't mind the slap in that situation. I think it's not a bad situation, you know.
Except if she drives it to Sophie Roberts for
Indeed.
a double play.
Yeah, indeed.
And innings.
The slap has its place in the game, but I think we were overdoing it, is what I was saying earlier. Big swing there. 2 strikes on Alicia.
When a simple bunt might have shifted Gemma on the second.
Might have done the job, I agree. High, wide and handsome there from Jess Dreswick. A big swing for the K2.
Runner remains at first.
And Regan Lambert comes to the plate. The left fielder for Glenelg.
Yeah, she played mainly all last year at centre field, I think, but it's gone around the left.
Another big swing. Strike one.
2
Again,
down.
you look at her head though. Yeah. You know, did not track the ball. Sorry. That's what we're talking about, is this game.
Yeah, and it's hard enough to hit the ball as it is.
Gotta have the head over the ball, and we're concentrating on swinging. We're not concentrating on tracking the ball. The bat and the brain will do the job. A little hit down to Ash Merkin at third for the 5-3 put out. That is side away for the Glenelg Rebels.
She's in the game, isn't she, Ash?
Yeah, and we're still all tied up, and she's looking good there today. You know, the fielding well, good strong throws, clean throws to Sophie Roberts at first. Got to be happy with that when you're out on the diamond. Coach Karen Dale will be pretty happy to see that on any given day. So here we are, 0-0 in this ball game as we go into the, what are we, the top of the 5th. So leading off will be Sophie King. Ash Merkin and then Ashley George, the three lead-offs in this innings for the Walkerville Cats.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sophie King doesn't go running bunt here, just trying to surprise them, get herself on.
It is one of her tactics. I'm sure that she's got open slather to do as she please.
Oh, really?
So the attempted bunt.
Running.
Attempted running bunt, yes. Just under the bottom of the bat and bounced away foul. Big swing, it's coming our way. Not twice, my friend.
Testing 1, 2, duck.
Did you know I got hit for the first time in 35 years?
Did you?
Talking to our scorer, actually.
Sure, okay.
35 years. I've been hit on the diamond before, but not in the middle of the head.
Nice play, Zoe.
Sophie King straight back to Zoe Conley, who with the 1-3 put out. One away for the Walkerville Cats. Ashley Merkin coming to the plate for Walkerville. The game is still in the balance, 0-0. No one really getting anything away terribly much here today, are they?
No.
Certainly not on Zoe. Has she had any hits?
Chelsea's hit. Desi
Yep.
and Sophie, 3. But we've only had one person in scoring position. That was, I reckon it was Gemma Cochran at second.
Yep.
In the Glenelg innings earlier on. So it's tight. It's tight at the top.
Called first strike on Ash Merkin. 1 ball, 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. Outside, ball 3.
Tricky.
Chopper. Handled
great
well.
stretch. Great stretch from Nana
And Tori Pogue
McGee.
making good ground into the diamond there to make that put out in the 6-3 put out there.
That was very good, wasn't it?
Here we go on
replay.
Replay.
Have a look at this stretch.
Well played all around.
Yep.
It could have bounced badly. Tori had it well covered all the way.
Tax the ball hard, Tori, which you've got to do on these dirt infields.
Absolutely. The spin off these, the backspin that kicks off these balls off of the dirt infield is what catches the unwary out.
Better swing from
A better
Ash.
swing.
Little Ash.
Yep. I saw her hit in probably the first or second game that she'd played this year, and you know,
she's got power.
She's got power, all right.
She's got a strong arm, very strong arm.
Watching it well inside.
Left field's far too deep for this hitter. Far too deep.
A little bit high there, perhaps on the outside of the plate as well. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Gonna have to be good from Zoe Conley here.
And it was.
And it was. The count is full. Ash George clearly believing it was on the inside. Steve Wallace-Yarrow disagrees. K2,
Yes, the,
KC.
Scoring book from the lady on my left, the famous Lindy Radigan, says it was a strike.
No way, Jose, you're out.
Joined by the Mexican now, have we? I haven't seen anybody else but us three here.
Oh dear. I knew this was going to be a fun day, Lee.
Well, as long as you're enjoying yourself, Jim.
All right, where are we? I think we're back at the top of the lineup, are we not, for Glenelg? Caitlin Carroll.
Caitlin. Talking about people with leg speed. My goodness.
Indeed. Great throw. You would never go on her arm, would you?
No, no. That would come under the heading kamikaze. Which reminds me, talking about kamikaze pilots, why do they wear helmets when they do away with themselves?
Do I really want to know the answer to this?
No, I'm just asking.
Oh, yeah, fine. Strike one on Caitlin. Come on, tell me, Lee.
I haven't got an answer. But why would you wear a helmet when you're going to dive bomb into a ship? Helmet won't be much. Oh, nice shot.
Caitlin pops one up the middle out to Bianca Ramsey. Safe hit there to 8. Puts her on board. What you always want, the lead off standing on first.
Wheels. Wheels, she's got wheels.
Yeah, that was safe hit all the way.
Yep.
Even I could have run that one.
Getting in the realms of fantasy now, Jim, I feel.
Megan Wheatley is now in the batting box.
See what I mean about the bunting?
Huh?
All you have to do is just
Catch
get
the ball.
get the ball in the play. It doesn't have to be, don't worry about yourself. Put her on the second in a scoring position.
Soft hands,
Caitlin.
catch the ball,
Yeah.
drop it down, preferably the third base line if you can.
That's
Much
it.
better bunt.
Yeah.
And the job is done. Ash Merkin comes in, throws to second on the fielder's choice. Caitlin arrives in time. Perfectly executed. Not too close to Jessie, not too close
Now,
to
what
Ash.
do you do with this girl? Do you let her back?
You had let her hit away.
You do? No, I don't mean that. I mean from Walkerville's point.
Oh, well, do you load it up, you think?
Well,
Pass her up here?
one decent hit from her is going to be the opening run.
Yeah, probably more than one decent hit might be the opening too.
Yeah. Or 3.
Ball 1 is the call on the first pitch.
Oh, really?
And as you rightfully predicted, the safe hit out to Hayley Benithan at left field. Puts Tori on second base, Megan Wheatley on third, and Caitlin Carroll scores the first run of the inning.
And it's great that I can come along on a Saturday and keep repeating myself week in, week out.
They caught you out the other night. I was listening.
When was that? 18 when? 1875.
1836, wasn't it?
Oh, it could have been.
Yeah, a lovely hit out there, I've got to say. Didn't overpower it. Just came around and met it. Knew where it was and dropped it out into left field. So Karen Dale has called a bit of a team meeting on this one, a timeout, settling her side down after that.
22 and a half minutes remaining.
Bottom of the 5th. There's at least a 6th inning here today. Unless everything goes horribly pear-shaped, of course.
That's a
Have I
brilliant...
just put the commentators' mockers on this? I don't think so.
No, they're passing
Okay.
it. Yeah, that's fair enough. Because now they've got 4 options.
So Montana Edwards gets
Intentional walk.
the intentional walk, so bases are now loaded.
Bree McGee, been a very good, fine player for Glenelg over the years. Fine player.
Well, one inside and low.
You know what I'll be going now?
What would you be going now?
Squeeze play.
Oh,
That's what I'll be going because that's something Walker won't be thinking. It's coming.
I didn't listen.
Same thing.
Okay. Lead runner taken there with the 5-2 put out, a 6-2 put out, Sophie King. So
Caitlin's on her way.
the process.
Was it Caitlin? No, it was Megan.
It was Megan, yep.
It's all right.
So yeah, I mean that was the intention of the loading it up, of course, and executed very well there from Sophie King for the lead runner out at home. So the fielder's choice, of course, puts Bree on first base, Montana Edwards on second, and we've got Tori, of course, standing up on third. Only one away, but the base is loaded, making it a little bit easier. Ivana Molkova is at the plate.
No, it's not. It's Georgia Bevan coming in.
Oh,
for a
right,
hit.
yes, Georgia. Yeah, okay. Thank you for the pickup there.
And a terrific player for Glenelg. Probably when she was playing, my favourite player of all the teams. Just terrific attitude, great player. Had 2 premierships with the Crows football team, the ladies team, and the WBBL, whatever it was.
The WB.
I just thought I'd throw that in to see if you're paying attention, Jim.
I'll tell you what. Now, Jessie Drezick, 2 balls, 1 strike. Big cut there from Georgia Bevan. Huge cut.
Yeah. Terrific, tough time to come in for George. Bases loaded.
Yeah.
How many you got out, Jim?
We're currently sitting on only 1 out.
Yep. Oh,
Foul ball.
Just went foul. Probably would.
I think it would have been a
Runner,
dead ball anyway.
yeah,
I'm surprised that it
put
wasn't
out
called
of the
dead
plate.
ball, to be honest. But there you go. Because I reckon it came off her leg.
I just put Bevo here.
Watching the third strike over again. Steve Wallace-Yarrow with the called third strike. 2 away, Gemma Cochran.
Don't
And
you like
we
that
now
one?
have the catcher.
Speed up rule.
Yep.
Megsy comes out to run again, and don't you like that? Bases loaded, and you go down looking. No.
No.
Answer, no.
Mind you, I reckon it had about 108 kilometres an hour on that pitch. Not that we've got the speed gun today,
Yeah.
but it was quick.
Well, this batter, Gemma Cochran's no slouch as a batter. She can hit a fairly long ball. Just needs to land it somewhere for at least 1 run. Extra run. Right field's coming in now. That's George.
1-on-1 the count.
Good batting. This is very disciplined batting here from Gemma.
Must have been on the inside, a little bit low, I guess.
Force the pitcher to throw as many pitches as you can.
So you get the count in the right favour, you know, she's got to throw one a bit more down the middle, don't she?
Yeah. Like that.
Like that, and you watch it go over. Dangerous.
Well, the defence is under enough pressure, so you can't go swing at the first pitch.
No.
In this situation, you know. But you see plenty of people in the A grade do it.
And again, that third strike.
And the last two batters went down looking with bases loaded. Tell me I didn't see it. I think I did.
I think you might have, but it's...
Still they're on the board. 1 run.
1 run, and that's all it takes to win a ball game, if you can hold Walkerville down. Walkerville starting at the bottom of their lineup. Ellie Georgiaris coming up to play. So what's the field change there? Did you get that as he walked by?
No, just re-entry.
Re-entry, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
fine.
Ivana
came back into second, okay. I'm glad one of us is listening. You've got the benefit of the lovely Lindy sitting right alongside, so, you know.
Have you got any good news?
Hey, you better exit stage left after the game, my friend. Goodness me.
No, Lindy knows I was only being serious. We go back a long way, Lindy and I.
So Ellie persisting on the left-hand batter's box.
Except I go back further. Come on, Ellie, let's tie this game up here.
Really important for the lead-off on for Walkerville here. Really important. On the plate, bouncing foul.
You get one of the first two batters on, and then you're at the top of the lineup. Ideal situation.
Yeah, it's a pretty good situation, isn't it? But we need them on. Well, Walkerville will need them on, should I say.
I thought I did hear you say we need them on, but I may have been another game I was doing one day.
Well, I'm actually used to calling, National League, and when we need them on is a normal situation.
Yeah.
So
I think I'd quit while you're ahead. Actually,
keep digging, you reckon? 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, as you said, Jim, this next one, Bianca must get on. Or try hard to get on.
Indeed. Again, that was a pretty quick pitch in from Zoe. A bit of a shame we haven't got the gun here today, but...
7K2 so far for Zoe, I have.
Yeah. High for ball 1. Straight back to Zoe. Simple 1, 2, 3 put out. 2 away for Walkerville. Back at, as you pointed out, we're now back at the top of the lineup. Chelsea Robinson coming to the plate.
Yes, Zoe, very competent player, isn't she? Very good.
Yep. No, she's become a powerhouse in the middle for Glenelg. There's no doubt about that. Finals position looking good for Glenelg, you reckon, this year?
Yes, and they deserve it. They thoroughly deserve it. They've been consistent from game 1. And this is game 37, I think. Somewhere, game 35, actually. So we're nearly through half of the season. Half of the season being 42 games out of 84.
I can't believe the season's going that quickly.
Well, she may hit a long ball, Chelsea, but the outfield need to be in to catch it if it's in the air. Can't afford to let it land in front of you. Oh.
And that's got its way through the infield.
That's interesting. It was similar to what Sophie Roberts did.
Indeed.
For the Cats.
A nice little hit down through first and second.
I wonder whether the
Shallow
sun's playing
yeah.
a role there, Jim.
Oh, I don't think the sun was playing a role in that one, my friend.
No, I'm just two. We've seen two from both first base players.
Yes. Oh, okay. Hayley Benithan,
That's it, isn't it?
it's come on her foot.
Yeah.
A little bit of walking and shaking going on there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more of these girls, particularly the hitters like Hayley, aren't using the leg guards a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because it hurts. A good cut there. Again, though, where was the head? You know, she's better at it than because she does hit the ball, but didn't meet. Didn't meet. Having that runner on base is always very helpful, isn't it?
And now in the scoring position. They haven't had a lot there.
Yep.
Remember the last attempt Chelsea had, she got run down.
Well, that was Bianca Ramsey because we're 2 away, so... And that is a big swing and a miss from Hayley Benithan, K2. That'll keep lifting that count of K2s up for young Zoe. So, 1 run lead to Glenelg. We'll look at the time clock here in a minute. We are in the top of the 6th inning.
Bottom 6, isn't it? Bottom?
Bottom 6.
Yeah. That's all right, mate. That's what we're here for, to help each other.
9 minutes 48, still on the clock. So this is probably going to be will we or won't we? Yeah, it depends on how long Glenelg bat, I guess.
Well, I'm telling you what, if I'm coaching Glenelg, I'm taking my time, and I'm taking as many pitches as it takes for the time to run down. And if I've got somebody else to make a change, I'll bring somebody else to have a hit.
So,
which will take away some minutes. I'm sorry. But that's what'll do it.
So you reckon Nat Mead will pull the full bore tactics game here?
I'm not sure whether Nat will, but I would.
Strike 1. Alicia Mead, the DP for Glenelg. A big cut. Strike 2. They don't need to go 3 up, 3 down, is what you're saying.
That's right.
And we swing like that, it's going to happen.
There's 1 up, 1 down.
Regan Lavant coming to the plate. 1 away. Walkerville would love to start this 7th innings.
It's 8 K2s, 8 strikeouts each. The pitches.
Safe hit from Regan out to Hayley Benithan at left field. So a runner aboard for Glenelg.
What number pitch was that? The first one?
I think it was the first one, yes.
There goes that theory.
Yeah. And Caitlin Carroll back at the top of the lineup. So they're in pretty good nick, aren't they?
They're in the driver's seat, dare I say.
Sure are. One away, 1 on base, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'll still be going bunt with Caitlin. when it's time.
Outside, ball 2. Breeze is picking up a little bit. Young Lee.
Somebody else joined us. As I said,
A simple
still
pop-up.
be going bunt.
Simple pop up back to Jesse Dresick for the second out. Megan Wheatley got on last time, safe hit. Outside, ball 1.
Scorer Wendy Ruddigan has just informed me there's now Jill Williams has turned up here, scoring as well. There's 200 years of softball experience.
200 years here.
and coupled with you as well.
Yeah. That's scary,
200
actually.
years.
Yeah, well, there you
I'll
go.
put myself down for 50, but gee, I'm not going to go that. I think they're picking on us, Jim.
I think they might be.
Scorers do that. They've got plenty of time on their hands.
So, Chelsea Robinson calling timeout for a quick G-up for pitcher Jesse Dresick.
5:51, is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
5:50.
What do you think Chelsea's saying? Throw strikes. Whatever you do, throw strikes.
And you know, let's face it, if we're throwing fast balls only here, and there you go.
That saves it. Takes a bit of time to. You know what I'll be doing now? I'll be going time out, making a change in the batting box.
And it's not going to happen. 2 strikes, 5 minutes to go. All will be revealed in the next couple of pitches.
Thank you, Einstein.
Inside.
There's a time taker.
Pass ball.
Well, how'd you go on the prediction, Jim, of this game?
Well, I went the other way. I went 1-0.
I went 3-2 Glenelg.
Yeah.
But still a 1-run victory to Glenelg, which.
Fly to Desi Giamarellis at second base. Side away. And we're going to 7. Umpire Steve Wallace-Yarrow. Seven Deeks. There you go. 7 innings. We don't often see 7 innings. Neville's out there. Call time, call time. Hey. Ah, yes. 3 batters and it's over. Okay. Leading off for Walkerville will be the second base, Desi Giamarellis. So they're not in a bad part of their lineup, Walkerville. Can they score 1 run? That's the question. That will be the question. The burning question, Lee.
It's a very good point and a very thoughtful effort you put into that. But I'm saying nothing. I'm sticking with my 1-run
Your 1-run victory?
Yes, I think so.
We just dropped out on another 4 runs there, that's all in your prediction.
Result the same.
Alrighty. Zoe Connolly, top of the 7th inning here. 3 outs. Game, set and match for the Glenelg Rebels.
Some strong hitters here in these first 3.
Ball 1. Little high, little outside. Foul ball down the third base line. Gemma Cochran cleaning up down there. 1-on-1 is the count. Inside, ball 2. You're not going to put anything down the middle or on the outside of the plate for Desi Giamarella, so.
No, you're dealing with danger.
Big cut there from Desi. 2-2, the count.
I tell you, Zoe impresses you every time you see it, doesn't she?
She does, yes.
Just looking at her.
The pitch selection, everything about her, her ability, and she's got good variation. She can break both sides of the plate. Yes. Oh, out.
Got her. Keep going, said coach, assistant coach Gooley.
Yeah. Perhaps a little ambitious for Desi, but they did drop the ball, and I think she probably hesitated at first, thinking that it was going to be caught anyway. Sophie Roberts, big swing for strike 1.
That's what the Cats didn't need.
No, I think I would have held her at first.
Yeah.
Foul fly to
Nana McGee. I tell you, she's a very alert first base player.
So the foul fly to away.
And underrated. Correct.
Sophie King. A K2 and a 5-3 put out so far today. Everything in front of the Cats. Foul ball for Sophie King, strike 1.
Well, if they win this, Glenelg, and they're in the box seat at the moment, they'll jump Walkerville into second position.
On runs for and against?
Yep. No, on points, because 13 plus 2 is 15. Walkerville's got 14.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah, okay.
So, who would have thought of that at the start of this season?
Yeah.
And it's fantastic.
It is. It's good for the game.
Yeah.
It's nice to see these teams and clubs who haven't been around the mark for a few years. Lovely hit from Sophie King up the middle. Caitlin Carroll out there in centre field cleaning up.
Sensible play by her. She knew she couldn't get to it. What was the point in charging?
No.
I'll just wait for the ball.
It was a safe hit no matter what.
Yeah.
So
you start charging some line drive like that, you're going to overrun it.
no, perfectly played. It wasn't a strong hit. Just come in on it, make sure of it.
One of the pair of Ashes now.
Yes, Ash Merkin at the plate. Fouls one away down the third base line.
The hard-working, not lurking and not shirking Merton.
Strike 2, same hit.
I tell you what, they've played this really well so far, haven't they, Glenelg, in this innings?
Yeah. Again, battery is being really strong for Glenelg.
You'd be thinking about stealing Sophie King.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised they haven't had a crack at it, but particularly 2 strikes. You've got not a lot to lose here, have you? Yep.
It's the ball.
Caught in right field by Megan Wheatley to end the game here at West Beach today. The fly 9, a win to Glenelg, a 1-0 win to Glenelg.
And that puts them in the second position on the ladder.
So that top 4 is looking really good. Sturt and West Torrens next. Sturt can't come out of the 4, we've worked that out. So that's not going to change, and I don't think anyone can get in the 4 below them. So
No, Sturt, if they win against West Torrens, they will go to 14 points, where Glenelg have 15 points.
So Walkerville and Sturt will be arguing on runs for and against at that point.
And that at the moment is in favour of Walkerville.
So Lee, what did you think of the game overall?
Fantastic.
I mean, it was an absolute head-to-head tussle, and you've got to really say that kind of game of softball is, you know, really good for the game. We've got a presentation coming up here in a minute, I believe. So, but it is a wonderful game of softball, particularly on this Strikeout Cancer Day, the breast cancer Awareness Day. Everyone's in the pink today here at West Beach. A great game for the main game here today.
Certainly was. It was a pleasure to be here, and for the right cause that it is. It's always a wonderful day.
So I'm just waiting to find who there is a player of the match awarded. I see Deb Hurst here, who is sort of the patron of this game, is here checking it out. So we're seeing what's happening here at the moment. Coming up, of course, West Torrens and Sturt, and then Port Adelaide and Seacombe is the late game here this afternoon.
Yep, they're all on Diamond 1 today.
Yes, everything's here. So we look forward to seeing Sturt and West Torrens again. An amazing opportunity, an amazing game here. We just need more people to come down and see it. Come down and enjoy the game here at West Beach. We've got good facilities down here. Lovely grandstand up here behind us. So come on down and enjoy the game of softball here at West Beach. So the presentation coming down here now. Julie Dial with the, I'm not sure whether she gets to make the decision, who actually makes that decision today on who gets this award.
No, I don't know that part of it.
Now, which
Jim?
team is which now, young Lee, looking out there?
I'd like to have a head count now.
So a wonderful game today to see this all in pink game. Strikeout breast cancer, the Breast Cancer Awareness Day being held here at the Diamond Sports Park today. Everyone in the pink. There's cakes being sold. You're going to get over for your cake in a minute?
Possibly. I see the two pitchers are standing arm in arm there.
Yes.
Jesse towering over Zoe. Looks like a great grandchild. Both played very well, though, didn't they?
They did, and this is the quality of the game at the moment. But isn't that wonderful to see? Yeah, Zoe's not the tallest girl in the world anyway, so standing alongside of Jessie.
Nothing wrong with being short. It's stood me in good stead for years.
I tell you what, that's it. Look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the game today. It's always a pleasure to bring you this game. Lee, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Jim, and thanks to David and
Spacequake again doing a wonderful job.
And
Statewide Super, who look after us with all the replays here at Diamond Sports Park today in softball. Thank you very much. We look forward to catching you next week here for the game of the day. Thanks for listening, watching, should I say, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Good afternoon, everyone.